Hello guys, this is Future Sun Tarot. I'm here with a fun reading, a pick a card reading. I'm going to be using two decks, the Light Seers Pocket Tarot and the White Sage Tarot, which are both two small tarots that I love. But yeah, this video is on what is currently being said about you, or what's the gossip about you, or what's going on in your energy in regards to what people are talking about you verbally. So I've been guided to do this reading. Maybe you guys have been wanting to know that. So yeah, the first deck so pile number 1 is going to be the Light Seers, and then pile number 2 is the White Sage Tarot. So pile number 1, pile number 2, whichever one you feel most drawn to. Take a second to pause if you like, to meditate on it if you like, to see which one is most accurate to you. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. I will put the timestamps in the description for the first and the second video. I've already said the needed prayers for guidance and protection for you guys. So let's get into it. What are people currently saying about pile number 1? What is currently being said about pile number 1? Shuffle. What's currently being said about pile number 1? Alright, let's get into it. What's currently said about pile number 1? What's currently being said about pile number 1? What's currently being said about pile number 1? 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. Seems as though, well, people are currently saying about you that you found your purpose. You found your purpose. You found your path in life. With this 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, and like you deserve it. You're your justice. People have seen everything that you went through, and you deserve what you're receiving right now. What are people currently saying about pile number 1? What are people currently saying about pile number 1? Yeah, they're seeing you have this new rebirth, this new passion, this new beginning. They're seeing you address life in a different way. Ooh, that flew out. They see you've healed past heartache. With this 3 of Swords in reverse, you're no longer hurt. You're like strong, independent, like crafty. What's currently being said about pile number 1? This popped over, King of Cups, High Priestess. Yeah, you're very emotionally mature and aware of yourself, aware of the things. Like before, potentially people would have said that you were so sensitive, but your sensitivity literally makes you who you are. Potentially your sensitivity is your job. Your emotional awareness is your job. You are a very sensitive person. People are seeing you now, though, not being overly sensitive, or being overly sensitive and channeling it in the right direction. People can now see why you're overly emotional, mature. You're overly mature. Overly mature. People have seen you to be overly emotional, but yet overly mature at the same time, and it never made sense to them about how you could be so mature but still be so emotional, and now it finally makes sense. You balance out those sides, and also the things that people saw as your weakness are now your strong suits, like your emotions. People may have said and told you that you were too emotional, but now it is your strength. You've used your emotions to heighten your intuition with this High Priestess here, to trust in the unknown. You're probably meditating a lot. People think that people think that you are very spiritual, that you are very avant-garde, you are very centered. All the cups up, all the faces that we have here, the King of Swords, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, High Priestess, and Queen of Pentacles, all their eyes are closed. You may be meditating a lot. Maybe you don't even see BS anymore. People can't sway you. People see that you're not looking at people anymore. people that once you came to and probably admired, they're realizing that you're not looking at them anymore. You have your eyes closed to the world. It seems like you're trusting the world. They see that. They see you're very peaceful. People might see you and say that you're monk-like. I'm getting people seeing you meditate at the park, meditate at the lake, the moon in reverse. You're sharing people's secrets. You're telling people things. You don't have any secrets, or you don't have any skeletons in your closet anymore. People know that. There's nothing that you're hiding anymore. You've healed past everything. You've taken heartbreak. You literally, any negative thing that has been placed on you, you've transmuted it into power. There's nothing that is holding you back. What are people currently saying about pile number 1? What are people currently saying about pile number 1? Two of Swords. They don't know if they want to tune into you. They don't know if they should. They're trying to find ways to figure out how you're doing what you're doing. You may be doing something that's so different, and it may seem magical. Something about the wind. I don't want to say controlling the wind. You may have did something, some type of wind dance, and controlled the wind. Or people are trying to figure out how you did it, trying to find ways to seem like you. What's this Two of Swords? Yeah. This is Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, people are trying to find ways to be like you. They see the beauty, the success that you've received from being spiritual, or being guarded and being like reclusive. And they're trying to figure out a way to be like you. But you see that the crow is holding this Two of Swords eyes shut. It's not real. They're not getting it the same way that you have received it. You trust your intuition. Someone is faking as if they have strong intuition like you, and they do not. They're faking to do something that you do, and they don't. They're not guided like you. They know that, but they're trying to persuade people around you that they're guided like you. You're probably doing something that is really amazing. As I'm saying that Ace of Swords is the truth. You're doing something that's really amazing, that's blowing people's mind, and someone's trying to say that it's not as good, or it's really not what it is. These are different ways they're doing it. They're making stuff up. This is not real. They're trying to find ways to discredit you. But at the same time, they're trying to find ways to discredit you and still do the same thing that you're doing. So they're trying to find ways to discredit you by showing that they can do it, but they really can't do it. Or proving how they're like, oh, this is how she's doing, or this is how he's doing it. But they're not doing it. They're making it up. And they're harming themselves in the process of doing it. They're hurting themselves. They're denying their own intuition. Their spirit guides are telling them to stop doing that. Stop trying to discredit someone that's doing like God's work, and they're not listening. And they're hurting themselves. Sorry, I got like makeup under my nails, and I don't have a napkin nearby. What's currently being said about pile number 1? 4 of Cups. You're being what's currently being people, you're being seen as such a positive light, and someone's trying to say what you're doing is like nasty or demonic, or they're like unhappy, trying to find ways to discredit what you're doing, trying to say that it's not of God's work or something, or saying like what you're doing. You might be really spiritual. You might, you're very spiritual. You're not like a traditional Christian or a traditional Muslim or whatever traditional religion it is. You're not that. And they're trying to paint you as a picture as if you are evil or something, that you have some negative tie, but you don't. You're just literally tuned into God, the Most High. You're tuned into God. You're tuned into your ancestral lineage. You're doing what is your birthright. And it's every time you know it's yours, because every time you do it, you get happy, you get energetic, it makes you happy, it makes you feel loving. But they're trying to paint a picture and find some type of clue that it is some negative work when it's not. They're trying to find anything to say that what you're doing that is so bright and vibrant and happy and fun is really negative, what it is not. They just keep trying to lie on you. What they're saying about pile number 1? Yeah. And they're trying to say that you're going to face some type of justice and say like, oh yeah, this is why this stuff is going to happen to them, or this is going to happen to them. Meanwhile, it's only going to happen to them. They're trying to they're trying to make it seem like you're doing something that's ill-gotten or something, but it's not. Like whatever you do for work is very spiritual. You're very spiritual. Like you may have just stopped going to a church or something, and you're starting to meditate. You may be trying to get into studying like Buddha, studying like Taoism, studying like some ancient religion, maybe even ancient Egyptian religion. You're studying some ancient knowledge that was before Christianity, or that was before like any type of organized religion. Like you're just going into like thinking, you're just meditating, you're just tapping into source that's in your soul, that's in your heart. You're tapping into nature, and they're trying to say it's demonic, even though they don't even know the history of Christianity truly. Or they don't know the true history of whatever religion they're saying that they are a part of. They don't even know the Bible, but they're trying to say you're like a Satanist. They don't even know what a Satanist is. They don't know what any of the shit is, but they're trying to say that you do it. And they don't even know. They're not even a real Christian, but they're saying that you're Antichrist, but they're not even a real Christian. They're so unhappy with the growth that you're doing. What's currently being said about pile number 2? Eight of Wands. You might hear about it soon. You're gonna get some. Let's see. What's the Eight of Wands? What's currently being said about pile number 1? Oh, I said pile number 2. My bad, y'all. Six of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Yeah. They're going to see that everything that you've invested in recently is going to pay off, and you're going to realize that whatever that they're saying, or that you might hear something that they've been saying stuff about you, but you're going to just move past it. They're going to realize that no matter what they try to frame, people are still going to come close to you, and people are still going to want to give to you. Like, for example, you may be a tarot reader, and this is new to people, and they're saying that the tarot reading is negative, that it's anti-God, or that it's demonic or something. Like, they're trying to say that tarot, you may watch tarot if you don't read it, and people are trying to say that it's bad, it's not good, it's not above the light, it's anti-God, it's anti-Christianity, it's anti-whatever, Islamic, and the whole time they're going to see how you're going to elevate, and they won't be able to deny the fact that because you're growing so much, you're seeming, it's like whatever they're trying to say that you're not, you're just showing them that you are. So you're going to try to say that, like, oh, tarot reading, or somebody who's a tarot reader is awful, they're bad, it's evil, but then you're being shown in a light that's so beautiful, so bright, so godly, so godlike. It's evident that God is around you. You know that God, you're actually following God's intentions and directions for your life, and you're channeling energy from divine source, or listening to videos that are very positive, or if they're not positive, they're still channeled from divine source and they're helping you out. And they're going to realize that you're only getting better, getting wiser, getting happier, getting to all the qualities that make a good Christian, or that make a good person. So it's not going to make any sense that they're saying like, oh my gosh, how is it's not going to make sense that they're saying that whatever you're doing is not positive, because you're only going to get more positive. So it's going to be discredited. So the more you get deeper into it, the better your life is going to become, and they're going to have nothing to say. You may hear news soon. Somebody may come in and tell you about the gossip that's been talked about you. Yeah, and it may have been going on for a long time with this Ten of Pentacles, but then people are going to realize that you're going to be walking off in the distance with the Lovers and the Five of Wands. As I'm saying this, people are going to realize that you're going to be walking off in the distance with this happy life that you've manifested in this way that they think is negative, and they're going to try to figure out how they can do it. They may come to you and ask you, how did you do this? Or they may say that tarot reading is evil, and then they're going to ask you to have a tarot reading. They're going to eventually come to your side, because it's like you can't beat them, join them. They're going to realize that they were wrong, but they're still going to have some type of negative attachment, still trying to discredit you regardless. So even if they book a tarot reading from you, they might still try to discredit you, but who cares? They're giving you money. But you're going to be like you're manifesting, or you've manifested a new love, and you're leaving conflict behind. You're having everything you want, the riches, the kids, the family, the animals, the land. You have everything you want. You've manifested it. You literally know divine learning and divine planning and ancient wisdom. And they're actually being seen in the light that they're trying to paint on you. What else is being said about pile number 1? What else is being said about pile number 1? What's being said about pile number one? What's being said about pile number one? 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're leaving all of it behind. You don't even care anymore. What's being said about pile number one? They're seeing that the world. Yep, I'm going to end it there. Pile number one, they're saying that, I was going to say basically, but they're seeing that everything that they have tried to lie about what you do for work, the spiritual work, they might even try to say you do spell work and you don't do any of that. They might say you do spells and everything, you guys, because you manipulated energy, and you're not. You're literally just doing what God has told you to do. You have a strong intuition. You're very guided. You're a very guided person. You know right from wrong, and you practice to do right as much as you can. Like, we're all human. We're going to do some wrong every now and then, but someone's trying to paint a picture that all you do is wrong and negative, and that everything you're getting is because you're doing it the wrong way, but it's not. You're just a very peaceful individual. You're meditating. You're like soaking in a tub. You are very relaxed. You're a relaxed being. You're going into nature. And they're trying to find some way to build a case around you, or to build some type of case to take away what you love to do, and it's not going to work. So the gossip and what's going on around you, basically pile number one, is that people are trying to paint you in some negative light that you are not, but it doesn't matter, because the more that they're trying to burn you down, the more it's igniting positive things in your life. The more opposition you face, the harder you become. The more people talk about the way you talk, your grammar, your spelling, the way you are, the more you take that and you learn and you increase your spelling, your grammar, the way you speak, and the way you project. All the negative energy that they're trying to say about you, all it does is make you greater. They're saying all this stuff about you. You find out some way intuitively about what they're saying about you, and then you correct it. And everything that they're trying to say all crumbles down, and then there's nothing else to say. So then it's like they can't beat it, then so they join. You have a lot of haters around you, pile number one, but you also have a lot of supporters, okay? You have a lot of supporters that see you for the light that you are. And a lot of people don't like that you have supporters. They don't like to see you. They don't want to see you shining. They're trying to mask themselves in between your supporters as if they are supporting you when they're not. But at the end of the day, you know what's for you. You know what God is telling you to do, what your ancestors are telling you to do, what your spirit guides are telling you to do. You know you're doing God's work. So you have nothing to worry about. And the more you do God's work, the more you get what you want. And you get everything you pray for. And now you got a lover. You're probably going to get married, have kids soon, have a lot of land soon. Live nomadically, be at the beach, meditating with your lover, working out with your lover. You guys are going to be so beautiful together. You guys are going to be so beautiful together. Everything that you're working on is manifesting miraculously and beautifully. And there's nothing anyone can do about it, because guess what? It's God's promise. What God has promised, no man can curse. Pile number one, your messages, what God, I believe, I'm probably misquoting it, but what God set in stone, no man could curse. That's it. What God planned for you, no man can curse. But that's it for pile number one. Thank you guys so much. Pile number two, the White Sage Tarot. This is your reading. Thank you guys for clicking on my video, watching, sharing, and subscribing. But with that being said, let's get into it. See with pile number two, what's being said about you guys. Pile number two. Oh, okay, I bent a card there. Pile number two, this is my second time recording a video. The first one got cut off, but I did channel a message that you guys have lost weight. You're being seen that you lost weight, you look fit, you look toned, you look muscular, like you're in shape. What's being said? Ooh. Queen of Swords, the Star. What's being said about pile number two? Ooh, that flipped over like crazy. Yeah. You're better with money now. You have been seen in the past that you would never have a healthy relationship with money. That you, every time you got it, you spent it. It's being the Magician, yeah. People think that you found a way to like invest your money in a smarter way and heal your relationship with money, What's currently being said about pile number 2? 5 of Swords. What's currently? Yeah. You also may have been speaking out on other people, calling out people in your community. People are seeing that you see a lot. You see more than the eye can then you see more than you see. You see more than what meets the eye. You've called people out. You're great at arguing. People are seeing that it doesn't make sense to come to you in an argument because you will know what to tell them before they even come to you. People are seeing you as very they're seeing you as very meticulous, tenacious. You have a good sense of smell. People may tell you that, or people are saying about you that you can smell bullshit from a mile away. You transform. You transformed into this new person. You're no longer a pushover. What's being said about pile number 2? What's being said, or people pleaser, what's being said about pile number 2? 8 of Cups. Yeah. You're no longer allowing people to manipulate you. You're going to find what makes you happy, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes. People are realizing that you played the long game, the Chariot, yeah. That you were planning something all alone. People didn't realize, they thought that you were struggling when you were quiet, but you were actually popping out with something. People are realizing how actually smart you are, how prolific you are, how planned out you are, how you plan things, how you move in silence. Yeah, people are regretting how they came and showed their ass to you. People are regretting, the Fool on the Fence. People are regretting how they showed their ass to you, and they're wondering if you really know what their intentions were. Can you see past their BS the whole time, or is it just now? People are trying to see if they can even come back. Do you see them as a fool? Do you see them as petty? Do you really see the BS that they put on you, or was like having in your life? They regret showing their ass to you because they see you now. Yeah. 7 of Swords. Whatever, anything that was cut up before that you weren't happy with is now healed, is now put together, is about like sewed back together. You may sew garments. People are also, hey guys, relax. People are also realizing how really good you are with like creating different materials, creating different, you work with fabrics, and people are realizing how good you are with the designs you create or alter. You're good at altering stuff back to life, or you're good at putting stuff together that, like, you're good at making something out of nothing. You definitely are. They gave you lemons, you made lemonade. People are realizing that about you, and now they're realizing that they are actually the incompetent ones when they tried to paint you to be incompetent, to be not worth anything. But they're still trying to fight the idea that they could be actually the ones in lack. What's being said about pile number 2? What's being said about pile number 2? The Death. What's being said about pile number 2? What's being said about pile number 2? What's being said about pile number 2? Yeah, you are the light at the end of the tunnel, or you found the light at the end of the tunnel. You went through a lot, but you're shining past all of that. Yeah. You're coming out. You came out a bad, rough time even better than before. People are seeing that about you. They're seeing that no matter what they do, you're just going to grow. What's being said about pile number 2? 6 of Wands. Yeah. On the fence. They are trying to hide the fact that what they said about you, or hide the fact that you actually have surpassed them. What's being said about pile number 2? What's being said about pile number 2? People are saying great things about you, but other people don't want them to say it. They want to, I mean, 9 of Pentacles to Hermit. Come on now. 9-9. You have this new chapter. You're right on the brinks of having this major successful moment, and people are trying to stop them from talking about you positively, or they're just trying to stop them from talking about you at all. They don't want to hear it. They're upset that you're actually elevating and growing, that you're so close to winning something, to getting something, to being successful in a venture that you have put time in, that's meant for you. People don't want to talk about it. They don't want to see your happiness. Someone is salty that you're growing and other people are happy for you. They don't want people to be happy for you. 3 of Cups, yeah. They want to silence the talk of you making more money than them, or silence the talk of you actually being successful, you celebrating, you having a team. Maybe your business is growing and you're hiring people. People don't want to see that. They don't want to talk about the fact that you're elevating. They don't want to see that. Your community is a crabs in a barrel. They don't want you to be stuck if they're stuck. They don't want you to elevate if they can't elevate. What's being said about pile number 2? Yeah. They might be even judging you. What's being said about pile number 2? Yeah, they might be judging your new connections and saying, like, 2 of Cups, yeah. They might be judging your new connection, saying it won't last. That it's just a temporary thing, that this person really doesn't love you or something. Not or something that they're making up a bunch of drama because they don't want to see you grow. They're lying, saying, they may be lying about the person you're with, or lying on that person, or lying, saying, like, or just saying negative stuff that the relationship won't last, it's so temporary, this person can never keep a man, this person can never keep a woman. They're just trying to create anything to get you to talk back to them, to fuss with them again, yeah. They're trying to find ways to bring you back to the negative space you were in for so long. They're trying to find a way to be successful. They're trying to actually talk into existence the failure of whatever venture that you're doing, the failure of whatever relationship you're in, the failure of whatever success you're getting. They're trying to actually speak it into existence, but it's not going to work. You're going to keep breaking through every obstacle that they're trying to put in your way. What's being said about pile number 2? Yeah, it's not going to work. The more that they... Also, you might need to watch pile number 1 because the ending message that I'm getting is the more they work to stop what you're doing, the more it actually works in your favor. What's being said about pile number 2? Yeah, 7 of Wands, Page of Swords. They don't even see that you're actually helping them, that they're, that too. You may be doing a job and they're trying to talk so bad on it, but you're actually trying to help them and they don't see that. They don't see that the negative things that they're talking about you is actually making you better. You guys definitely probably should watch pile number 1. Everything that they're doing is actually making you more money. It's helping you get more ideas. Every adverse situation is actually giving you more things to write about, to talk about, to journal about, to like create more art within. And so the more that they're like against you, the more that they're hurting you. I mean, the more they're against you, they think that they're hurting you, but they're actually helping you. They don't see that yet. They don't understand how that could be. closing out message? Oop. All right, that's the closing out message then. 2 cards popped out like that. 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're getting your justice. Your justice is having the scales to be balanced, to have to be invested into something that's going to be equally invested into you, even if they're saying that your lover is going to leave you, or this job won't work, or that it's not credible, or whatever they're trying to say, like, oh, the job will leave you, or it won't work, they're not going to be supported anymore, people are going to realize this, or whatever lies that they're trying to say, deceitful work that they're doing, trying to project onto your new beginnings that you have, is not going to work. They may say you're not going to stay thin for long, it's just going to revert back to the way, and it's like you are destined to, once you took that step to make it your responsibility to grow and to be a better person, to stop any strongholds that you may have been attached to. They're realizing that or they will realize that your responsibility, your like birthright, is to have something to equally give back to you, that you give to, and you'll always have a new refreshing cycle starting within that new career, within that new love life, and within that new adventure and endeavor that you're focused in. And that's it. But yeah, if you are called to, please watch pile number 1 because it's similar energy. But thank you guys so much. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment if you feel called to. And yeah, thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and to tuning into this message. And keep doing what you got to do, because you're obviously making somebody upset. And if you don't have any haters, you're not doing anything. So thank you guys so much again, and have a great one. Bye guys. Stay blessed.